Hi, this is Mike for Themify, and in this video I'm going to be walking you through the Themify Builder, which is built into all Themify themes as well as a standalone plugin. Here in the back end, any post or page, if we scroll down here, we come to the Themify Builder tab here in the Themify Custom panel. We have a number of widgets and a row with 4 columns available for those widgets. But I can change that simply by hovering over one of these dividers and dragging it to the side. I now have 1/4 module here, a half module, and another quarter. If I want to make this a full width row, I just drag all these over, and now one module will take up one row. I am just going to go and grab a text module here and just drag it and drop it into the row. You'll notice that the light box for the options pop up, and I'm just going to name this text. And in here I'll just say some sample text. Scrolling down to the bottom, I click Save. I'll click Save here, and now I'm going to switch to the front end by clicking Switch to the Front End button right here. Here in the front end, you'll see here is our text module with our sample text. To edit the text, I'm just going to double click on that. That's going to pop up that light box window again with the options, and it's important to note that these modules will actually support WordPress shortcode. So I'm just going to add a quick WordPress shortcode here for quotes. Save that, and you'll see the shortcode renders correctly. I will save this and close the Themify Builder, and this is how your page will look, and you'll see how simple it is to add new content. Now if I want to turn the builder back on and add additional content and modules, here in the toolbar I simply click on Turn On Builder. Up pop my row of optional modules, as well as an additional row for me to drag modules into. I think I'll start by adding an image module. Here in the lightbox we're asked for the module title. I'll just say image. It asks for the style, the image URL, or you can browse through your media library. I'm just going to browse through the media library and select this image here. Insert the file. You have a few options here for your border, your height, the image title. If you want the image to be clickable, just simply add a URL, as well as the image caption. I'll add an image caption, and I'll click Save. Now I don't want this to take up the full row, so I'll make this a quarter row, and now I will add in a gallery. Again, a lightbox window with all of the gallery options will pop up. I'll name this Gallery. I will click Insert a Gallery. Here comes your media library, and I will add this image, this image, this image, and this image. That will be my gallery. Update the gallery. Again, a few options for height and width and thumbnail appearance. I'll just click on Save. Here's our gallery. Now let's add a slider. Again, I grab the slider module, drag it into the row. Here comes the lightbox with my options. I can pick from blog posts or slider posts. I'm going to choose images. Again, I'm going to browse my library, and I'm going to add this image into my slider. To add a new image into my slider, I'm going to click Add a New Row. Click Browse. I'll add this image. I'll add a new row. I'll click Browse. I'll add this image. Here are additional options for the slider layout, where you want the caption to appear, the height and width, how many images are visible at a time, how long you want the scroll to take. I click on Save, and there you see the slider's been added to our layout. Next, let's add a map. Here in the options, I'm just going to place in an address. To Toronto, Ontario. You have a number of options for the zoom, the height, the width, the border. I'm just going to click on Save here. And here's our map of Toronto. When you've filled your row and you want to add another row, you'll notice right here we have another row ready to accept modules. So I'm just going to grab a post module. I'll leave this as full width. Here comes the lightbox. And in this case, I'm going to select all categories, although you could select any category from your blog. I'm just going to save this. And here are all of your blog posts. Now that you know how to add content to each row also gives you a number of styling options. I'm just going to turn the builder back on again. Now, to edit any module that you've already added, simply hover over the module and you'll notice this pencil icon here. You can edit by clicking the pencil icon, or the shortcut is simply to double click the module and the lightbox with all of your options will pop up. Here in the text tab, we can edit the text that we've already added, or if we go over to styling, we can change the styling of the text. I'm going to scroll down to font family. Here we have a number of our web-safe fonts as well as all of the Google fonts available to us, and I will choose one now. I think I will choose Dancing Script. I'll change the color to a blue, and I'll change the font size to say 24 pixels. That'll be good. And now I will save that. And you'll see we now have our Dancing Script in 24-point blue text. I'll click Save. Now, in addition to being able to change the options of the module, you can also change the options of the row. This icon right here, if you hover over that, you have the options to change the appearance of the row, to duplicate the row, or to delete the row. I'm going to click on the options here, and I'm going to give this a background image. I'm going to choose one from our media library. I'll choose this image here. And additionally, I get the option to change the background mode. I can go for full color, repeat vertical, repeat horizontal. I'm going to choose parallax scrolling. I scroll down, I click Save. I'll save my builder and close the builder. And you'll see now we have a nice parallax effect on our background image. So coming down to our next row, I'm going to turn the builder back on. And I'm going to change this row to have a video background. So I'm going to go on over to Options. And this time, instead of scrolling down to background image, I'm going to scroll down to background video. I'm going to browse the library. I have a video here. I'm going to insert the video. Now I could click Save, or the shortcut to save here is Control S on the PC or Command S on the Mac. And it saves. I'll now save the changes, close out a builder, and you'll now see that we have this beautiful background video playing. And now what I notice is that the text that we had doesn't quite match very nicely with the video in the background. Easily enough to fix. I'm going to turn the builder back on. I'm going to go over to Options. Now these are the options for the row, not the individual modules. I'm going to scroll down to my font options for the row, and I'm going to change the font color to white. And now I'll scroll down, and I think I'll add a little bit of padding to the left side, say 25 pixels of padding to the left. You also have options for margin and border, as well as any additional CSS you may want to add. I'll click on Save. I'll save my changes, I'll close out of Builder, and now you'll notice that the text appears much nicer on top of the video, and that changed for all of the modules in the row. It's also important to note that you can rearrange, change, and organize all of your modules and your rows. I'll turn the builder back on, and if at any point in time I want to reorder my rows, simply grab the gray bar at the top of any row and drag and drop. Or I can drag and drop this and drag this up, or I can come down here, I can drag my gallery module and place it on top of my image module. I can grab my slider module and move it over. I can grab my image module, move it into the third position here. I can arrange these any way I like. If I've put together a row that I particularly like and I want to reuse that without having to rebuild it, come on over to your row options and simply click duplicate. You'll now notice that you have a duplicate row which you can rearrange, add additional content to, or keep just the way it is. If at any point in time you want to get rid of a row, same process, simply come on over to your options for the row and click delete. When you're all done, simply click save, close, and that's really all there is to mastering page layout and adding content in Themify Builder. Themify Builder is included in all Themify themes as well as a standalone plugin which works with third-party themes. Thank you.